Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of Two in the Cooler, and it's a good one. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for following us on Instagram at Two in the Cooler, on TikTok, and for subscribing to the YouTube page. I don't know, podcast, it's an audio thing, but I like to watch them. I like the video podcast. It's really the best. I don't know, you get to see everything, see people's faces. It's the best way to get the show, so we appreciate everybody watching on there. Great episode. Before we get into it, got to start off with Instacart. Guys, it's starting to get a little chilly out, which I like, but all you want to do when it gets cold is stay in the house, curl up, watch something cool. They got that ABC Family or whatever it's called now, 13, like Halloween nights. You know you got to watch Hocus Pocus at least 6 times. So to do that, you can't be leaving your house that much. And the good news is you don't have to. You can just use Instacart. Instacart, it's the best way to get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. And the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $35 or more. I'm sorry. This just in, $10 or more. We're bringing that down to $10. All you have to do is spend $10 and delivery is absolutely free. That's a great deal. Hit the link in the show notes to get that deal. Why make your life harder? Grocery store's a terrible, terrible, terrible place. You don't have to go there anymore. Just start using Instacart today. The other link in the show description is merch. We've got hashtag pizza tipping. We've got Two in the Cooler logo. We've got Matt Can't Read, all on teespring.com/store/Two in the Cooler. Like I said, it's getting chilly. We've got hoodies on there. We've got long sleeves, super comfortable, high quality materials. Okay, this is not that cheap shit that you're getting from a lot of other shows that are like, well, I can buy these fucking shirts for like, $4 and then sell them for like $25. So I can make a huge profit, even though they're super uncomfortable and they're going to shrink in the wash and people are only going to wear them for like half a day before they get so uncomfortable they just take that shit off. Nope. You are going to be wanting to wear this Two in the Cooler merchandise every day of the week. That's a guarantee. This is Target quality merchandise, people, and we all know that's the standard. So check that out, teespring.com/store/Two in the Cooler. Hit the link in the show description. Get yourself something nice, something that's going to make you look good and feel good. All right. Great episode today. Unbelievable. Nubian is on the podcast. This episode speaks for itself. I will say up top, her album, The Naked Truth, is streaming everywhere right now. Check that out. She's also got this professional grinder company. We talk about it in the show. It speaks for itself. You're going to love it. So that's enough out of me. Get into it. Thanks, folks. Let's go. Nubian, you made it. Thanks for coming.
What's good?
It's great to see you.
Man, likewise. Likewise, man.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward. I usually don't stroll into the studio until about 4:55. I was here at before 3 o'clock today, hanging out. We were ready to go.
Oh, that makes me feel special.
We were ready to go.
Yeah, congrats on the award, by the way.
Thank you so much.
The All-Star Music Award.
All-Star Music Award.
Album of the Year.
Album of the Year.
For The Naked Truth.
For the Naked Truth album, yes.
Yeah.
So before we even get into it, you got to check the album out. You can find it everywhere that they're streaming music, right?
Everywhere. All streaming platforms.
You all right over there, Andy?
Yeah, the logo was up that whole time.
So we couldn't even
sorry,
see
folks.
it.
That's all right. Now they see it. It'll be everywhere. Speaking on the album, so, take this with a grain of salt because I really don't know much about music, but I was listening to it, and I feel like I haven't heard, a real R&B song in, a long time. Years.
Because the game just is different now.
Yeah.
It's just everybody's trying to do the same thing, as other artists in the game right now. So it's really saturated with the same sound.
That's got it. I guess to ask why that is kind of a stupid question because it's just that's what they're pushing and that's what sells. You know what I mean?
I think people get caught up in oh, well, this worked for that artist, so let me sound like them,
Right.
And it's just be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It worked for you, It's still working.
I just do my own thing, stay in my own lane.
It's interesting. I wonder, because one of the things about that I would say is maybe similar between podcasts and music is like everybody's got a podcast, and
Right.
there's like a million people that have albums.
Right.
The thing that I kind of feel about podcasts is that like we're at a point now with the internet that there's kind of room for everybody,
Right.
but it feels a little like maybe there's still some of that old school competitiveness in music.
Right. 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 Because like social media took over everything. It's like you have more of a chance making it now than back in the day.
Right.
You know, back in the day, you had to really grind. Not saying that people don't have to grind now, but it's just like anything could go viral.
Yeah, right.
Anything could just go viral. This person share it, and then boom, you're on. You don't need a record label or anything like that if you build your own fan base because of social media.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you see guys on like YouTube and stuff, and these people will have like millions of subscribers, like loyal fans, but most people have never heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's so many of those guys
Right.
out there. It just feels like there's room enough for everybody now.
It is. If you put that work in,
Right.
and you command like that attention, like you're gonna know who I am, then it could definitely work for you.
And I think that goes back to the original comment that you made, Andrew, about R&B and talking about being original, right? If you're willing to not do what everybody else is doing,
Right.
you can build a loyal fan base that truly is passionate
Right.
about your sound and
Right,
your
right.
music. Not
That's a fact.
yeah.
That's a fact.
And that's a good album. I was
Thank you.
Yeah, you sent it to me, and I was like, "Don't you know I've already listened to this twice?" And I'm going.
I
back in for
didn't know
third.
that, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen.
It's one of the most unique albums I've listened to this year. Like
Thank
I said,
you.
it's awesome. Obviously, you have the award for it,
Album of the year,
Album of the Year.
man.
I know.
I still can't believe it.
So we were talking about it a little bit before we started the show, but you kind of, were telling me the experience that you got to have when you're like winning this award and where it was down in New York City and the different artists and stuff like that. Was there like what's going through your head when they're announcing those names? And she says it in the video, right? She's like, "Oh, I'm just delaying because I'm just trying to make this person sweat it out."
Shout out to DJ Exotic Mommy. Shout out to DJ Digga. Shout out, man, Fly Tie, Rock Boy Records, everybody out there in New York City that showed me so much love, that, helped put me in position to be in these rooms, shout out to the supporters as well. But I don't know, when I was sitting there, I honestly, to keep it completely honest, like I'm a person, I'm deep into meditation and affirmations, and I affirm everything I do, no matter what it is. I affirmed that energy drink, I affirmed this album, I affirmed this award. Like I literally have a vision board of things that I call out every morning. And one of the things I said was I won the awards. I've been saying that for a couple of months now. When people had to go vote for me and everything. When I found out I was even nominated, I actually was nominated for 2 categories, Album of the Year and Overall Artist of the Year. So I was shocked at that, like, oh shit, like out of nowhere, So when I finally got there, I just was like, man, I wonder if, I wonder if what she was saying, she would have made me sweat. I just sat there like, just in the zone, honestly,
Yeah.
And then when she said it, I was just like, wow. Shout out to DJ Exotic Mommy, man. All-Star Music Award. She made a platform. She's a DJ. She does a lot of things. Entrepreneur. She's definitely known in the game. Extreme 104 All-Star Music Awards. She created a platform from indie artists and also industry artists to shine, unbiasedly. Like my fans, shout out to my fans. They had to vote for this. This wasn't nothing that they picked. Like my fans did this. So shout out to my supporters. I really love y'all and appreciate y'all for real.
It's weird that. Do you mind if I move this over?
Oh yeah.
a little bit?
Do your thing.
Thank you. It's weird that like the biggest awards shows like Grammys, Emmys, Oscars, they're not voted on by people that are consuming.
Right,
they're not
right.
voted on by fans. That's
Right.
a weird. I never really thought about that.
Because
So
it's already
rigged.
rigged.
Yeah.
It's
It's
already
already
rigged.
rigged.
That's why people don't watch
That
those
is-
award shows anymore.
Yeah, thank God, man.
Yeah.
They're so fucking dumb.
I heard,
Whatever.
like, I've seen people on social media saying, like, fuck the awards. Because the hip hop awards was actually,
Oh, yeah.
it just was aired last night.
I think it was last night. It might have been the day before,
it was
but I
aired
think it
last night. So, people was in the comments saying, for DJ Small Eyes, he had, I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Mm-mm.
He's a known DJ that does interviews for like different indie artists and famous artists, DJ Small Eyes. But anyway, he made a post saying, do you care about the award shows anymore? And there was so many people saying, no, fuck the awards. No. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah. Oh, you
I'm
can say
sorry.
whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
I'm sorry. So to the fact that she actually put together something like this, and, you know, due to COVID has been fucking up everything.
Yeah.
The show was supposed to be at the Apollo. It was supposed to be at the Apollo. Can you imagine me getting album of the year at the Apollo? What type of experience that was? The people that graced that stage at the Apollo? But COVID, you know, restricted some things, and, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, DJ Exotic Mommy and her whole team, they put together a great event. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, I showed up and I showed out, and, you know, thanks to the supporters, I got album of the year.
One of the things I was really curious about is because you are such a hardworking person and your whole brand is built around being a professional grinder. Right. And you are so focused and so driven. When you reach any sort of achievement, stepping stone, getting this award, for example, do you struggle at all to take a moment to yourself to like enjoy
That's a great
it?
question. Yo, that's a great question. Honestly, I don't. And that's why, like, when I just got back to Buffalo, when I got back, I was like, you know what? I'm not going out to promote today. I was promoting online, but I'm so in the streets. Like, I'm in the streets and online promoting. I don't have a marketing team. I don't have management. I literally do everything myself. Like, from setting up my interviews, when I do features with industry artists, whatever the case may be, I do everything myself. So I'm so busy trying to get to the finish line that I don't get a moment to soak it in. Like, but this was different. Like, this hit different. Like, I'm still like on a natural high. Like, wow, you really did that. Like, I told myself some years ago, maybe 2016, I'm like, I'm gonna come out with an R&B album called The Naked Truth. But I kept putting it on hold because, you know, I've been rapping since I was 15, and I felt like I had something to prove with my rapping. Like, especially with it being male dominated, I had something to prove. Like, I can spit. Like, I'll rap you. I don't care if you a man, woman, whatever. So I spent so long in that zone, and then focus on like other famous artists and paying for features and stuff like that. I was like, nah, let me just dig deep and just bust out with this album. And I've been going through relationship issues with different people, you know. And I was like, I took my pain, put it into the project, and then here we are.
Well, jump into this. You've been through a lot of stuff, obviously, as everybody knows. Mugging, pistol whipped, getting stabbed. With those experiences, and I know you had PTSD from those, and
I feel like I still do, honestly.
Right? Is there a difference for you when you reflect on those moments and you're carrying them with you always? Is there a difference between letting those moments fuel you and letting them define you?
You ask some really good questions.
I'm genuinely curious about it.
I know it's genuine, and you know what? And I really salute you guys. I really, like, first of all, from the moment I stepped in here, I felt the energy. It's a positive energy with you guys. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you taking out the time to even go look at my other interview to even ask me these questions, because, you know, a lot of people, they don't really care. But I really have a story to tell, you know. I'm sorry, I forgot the full question. You asked me so much, you put that together so smoothly. It was so many different things in there. But
my face is already so red, Nubian. You don't have to make me blush.
But you said did I let them define me
or fuel you? Is there a difference between those for you?
Actually, it's the same. It defined me and it fuels me. You know what I'm saying? It fuels me to keep pushing, because I did have some near-death experiences, and I could have died, and people have died around me, and people dying every day. So every day I wake up grateful. Every day, that's one of my affirmations. You know, I'm happy I'm here. Like, as long as I can walk, talk, breathe. It's people out here that don't have no legs and they're doing what they got to do. I have no excuse. Nobody has no excuse. It's about if you really want it or not. So my experiences from the near-death experiences and, you know, failed relationships and, you know, failed friendships and people shitting on me, whatever the case may be, all of it fuels me because I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely defines me because it made me into a better woman. It made me appreciate it. Everything that's going on in my life. If I didn't go through those things, I wouldn't be able to appreciate any of this. So I just have a different mindset.
I can only imagine if you go through things like that. Yeah, that's. I was very curious about that. I'm trying to think about exactly how I want to phrase.
While
kind
you
of this
think
thing.
about that,
Yeah.
what I'll say is, you know, you've taught, like, since we started, you talked about your meditation and your affirmations and positive energy and stuff like that. Being somebody who's gone through as much as you have and still be able to kind of reflect on those things and have that positive energy and realize, like, okay, like, I have to. It is so on brand with professional grinder, right? You realize, like, you know, you kind of will things into existence, right? You sit there and you tell yourself every day, I'm going to win this award. Mm-hmm. You go there and you win this award. You sit there and you tell yourself every day, I want to make an energy drink. I want to make the coffee. I want to make the water. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And you use that positive energy and you know, you don't sit there and, like you said, dwell on things that have happened in the past and let yourself become kind of a victim to them. You use them as an opportunity to grow and you continue to grind, and it's why you're here, right? It's why we have this. It's why you have that award, and that's just an awesome way to do things.
That's a fact. It took a while to even get to that point. Because, like, you know, I'm older now. I'm in my mid-30s, you know, so I had a lot of rage. I had a lot of rage in me. So when I start getting into meditation, that's what I'm like, yo, I listen to, you know what I do? I go to YouTube and I type in meditation music for peace, for clarity, stuff like that. And I just sit there, close my eyes, and I'm just like, anger is not mine. These struggles are not mine. It's not mine.
How did you decide to start doing that in the first place?
Man, I mean, like I said, I've been through some things. And first I started listening to different motivational speakers. You know, Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, other people. And I'm spiritual.
I love Eric Thomas.
Yeah, Eric Thomas, truth. And I'm spiritual as well. So just watching different things, and I research different things, and I just, you know, that road to self-discovery and trying to figure out who you are. So many people don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, where my temper could go, if I don't meditate, if I don't release that, it's life or death. I mean, it only takes a second for you to lose it all.
Yeah.
This person keep fucking with me, so I'm gonna beat them up, or I'm gonna go do this and that. Where that's gonna land me? I'm gonna be somebody either die in it, or I could go to jail, or whatever the case may be. It could be anything. Why even put myself in the positions? You know why? Because I have stuff to lose. People don't have stuff to lose. I have stuff to lose, so I have to guard my life. I have to guard everything, my peace, my space. I have to guard that for dear life, or I'm going to lose it. And so many people lose it every day. How many times we hear something in the news where somebody done got into it over some stupid shit? You know what I'm saying? And somebody died out of it. Now that person, they can't get a chance back. They done lost. You know, it's situations like that. So I have to second guess a lot of things. And I move with my spirit. I move with my spirit, my intuition. You know, your first mind. If you don't listen to your first mind, that's when shit happens.
What does that mean, your first mind?
Your intuition, the spirit of discernment. You know how you ever get a feeling like you about to go do something, and then you're like, you know, I'm just gonna go to my mom's house. A situation like that. Now you hear later on or tomorrow that place got shot up or it caught on fire or some shit like that. But you followed that first mind to go to your mother's house. That's what I mean by following your mind and moving with the spirit.
Right. Trust in those
that inner hearing.
Yeah.
Because we hear that voice in our head. We hear a lot of voices in our head telling us shit. It's about what you're going to decide.
So meditation has helped you kind of be able to key in on that voice a little bit more, focus on that voice, and really listen to it.
Definitely. I don't want to get too deep, but I be feeling like I'm a psychic empath, and I feel like we all are spiritual beings, you know, experiencing a human experience. So we all here, you know, we all could be in tune. It's about how in tune you are with yourself. You feel me? I hope I'm not getting too deep with y'all.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
I have been the same way. I'm kind of a temperamental person. I don't like when things don't go my way. And I know, but seriously, I've like worked very hard to try to do little things like that, you know, because like your thoughts, I don't know if this is going to sound crazy, but your thoughts are your reality, but you control your thoughts, right? So your thoughts don't have to be your reality. If you have all these negative thoughts going on in your head and you feel angry all the time, of course you're going to be like, my life is shitty. Right? It comes back to having that positive attitude. And I it's something that, you know, a lot more people should try to do because it can be very helpful.
That's a fact. It's about what you choose. Are you going to choose to be negative today, or are you going to choose to have a happy day? It's really a choice, and it's a daily job. It's not easy. Like, we're human.
Yeah.
We battle a lot of emotions. We battle a lot of demons. We all got a story. We all been through some shit. So it's about what are you going to choose?
And I think it's really hard to take the first step of recognizing that stuff in yourself and then actually doing something about it. Because sometimes you might have an angry episode, a lot of people, and then be like, fuck, like, I need to do something about this. I know I need to do something about this. And then months pass, they haven't done anything, and so they're just jumping from like blow up to blow up.
It's because people don't know how to be accountable. It's about self-accountability at the end of the day. None of us sometimes don't want to admit when we wrong, but when you, at the end of the day, when nobody's around you, it's just you and yourself. Me, myself, and I. And you got to be real with yourself. And at the end of the day, you got to take accountability. And that's what people don't do. They don't know how to take accountability. That's something that I've been working on in my life, being accountable for my actions. Oh, well, maybe I'm not where I want to be, or maybe I didn't do that because I wasn't on my shit. Or maybe I let that bother me, or I let stress get to me, or I chose to be depressed. Whatever the case may be, we got to be accountable for our actions.
You had to move around a lot growing up, right? Because of your mom's job?
Mm-hmm.
When you were moving around, what was your relationship, excuse me, like to music then? Was music something that you listened to and kind of like brought you out of where you were, or did music extrovert you and be like, this is how I can connect to people? Which one?
No, it was the first one, what you said. We left Buffalo when I was 12. My mother was a traveling mammographer, an x-ray technician. She did CAT scans and all that. So I went to like 6 different high schools. We was in South Carolina, Texas. We used to go to Mexico every week. Like, we was really just all over the place. Kansas. So I actually started doing music. My grandmother had me singing. My great-grandmother, my grandma Alice, had me singing at 5. She's playing the piano. And my grandma couldn't even read music, by the way. She didn't know how to read music, and she would play the shit out of the piano. Played for the choirs, directed choirs, could not read music.
She just had a good ear?
She had a good ear. She could not read music. My great-grandmother didn't get past a 7th grade education.
Wow.
And my grandmother would play the piano. She'll have the phone on the piano, and she'll be like, hey, let's, have me sing. And then I was in different church choirs, school choirs. And I was like writing songs since I was like 8. I'm writing about love. I don't know shit about love at 8. I'm just listening to the radio and how they're doing stuff and just formulating it and writing. And I was in different little singing groups as a kid. I always wanted to do it. Actually, you guys probably not gonna believe me, I was a huge NSYNC fan. Okay,
very popular.
I was a huge NSYNC.
I believe it.
NSYNC was the shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were everywhere.
It was always the Backstreet Boys, all of them, but no, NSYNC. I used to listen.
That's the one with Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
You couldn't tell me. I had a crush
And
on Justin Timberlake.
you know the show The Circle on Netflix?
Yeah.
That the guy from NSYNC, I don't remember his name.
Lance Bass.
Lance Bass.
Okay, Lance was on there.
He's
Yeah.
wait.
Well,
Joey Fatone. Okay, so I can name 3 of
It
those
was
guys.
Joey.
There's always like one guy that's like older than all the
Chris.
rest
It
of
was
them.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to NSYNC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big NSYNC fan. I listened to reggae, gospel. I just had so many different influences, and also with us moving around, I had so many different experiences with music around me. You know, like I said, I lived in Del Rio, Texas, so we was right on the border of Mexico. We was in Mexico every weekend, so I had that influence right there. We moved to Texas. You know, back in the day, I don't know if you guys are aware, because I'm probably older than you guys, but like, you ever heard of DJ Screw? Okay, so y'all could go check it out. DJ Screw, Lil Flip, like Lil Kiki, a lot of different people from the Texas area. Back in the day, they screwed up the music. Like, say you have a regular song, it'd be like it sound like screwed up. That was like a culture down there. Then I used to listen to the Saint Lunatics, and I was all over Missy Elliott, Timberland, Jay-Z, Biggie, like Mary J. Blige, Lauryn Hill. So many different influences. I just kept being in my zone and just writing. I still have like song books from when I was younger that I found.
You got to keep those.
Yeah. Like my mom, well, actually, shout out to my mother. My mother keeps everything.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why I was able to still have that. But yeah, this started young.
With all of that, having music be really kind of your saving grace, your saving outlet for so long and so much of you growing up, was it difficult for you to collaborate? Because you have kind of some people now that you work with and you trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that hard? Like, was there a point where you like, I have to just do this all on my own, because that's what grinders do? Did you struggle with that?
That's the point I'm at now.
Okay.
That's the point I'm at now. I've always been a person where I'm like, I try to include my friends. You know, when I was younger, I was in like a rap group called Lyrical Disciples. Well, that's the name of my label now, Lyrical Disciples Entertainment. But it was my sister, it was my cousin, it was 2 of my best friends, male and female. And we used to write together and stuff, and we recorded music back then. But I'm the only person that had the real passion. You know, as you grow older, people move on with their life. They have kids, or they be like, oh, that's a dream I used to have. This is a dream I had since I was a kid. So I never stopped. Even if I took a little break, I never gave up on it. It's like, I'm like, I got to keep going. I got to keep going. I believe in myself. I feel like my shit is worthy. Anytime anybody hear it, even if you don't like this, you're going to like that, because I do everything, whether it's hip-hop, R&B, reggaeton. I got songs with me in Spanish. Like, I have all types of different mixtures, so.
Yeah, it's amazing the amount of people that just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I think about it all the time, especially because kind of like the modern version of that now is like people will come up with an idea for something, maybe like a group,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got like one person that's like, I'll go make the Instagram page, and then the Instagram page got one post. It's like, we're coming soon. There's like thousands of those out there. You
We're
know what I
coming
mean?
soon.
You know
And
what I
they
mean?
never come.
And they
show.
never come. They maybe do like one song, and then they're like, why aren't people booking us for shows, or like things like
That's
that?
because people just got to get serious and stop bullshitting.
What's
because it's
that
just bullshitting.
entitled that song on your?
Oh, the song entitled?
Yeah, I feel like that's what a little
A
bit.
lot of people are,
That
because
could be
they
a
feel like
downfall.
they're talented. Oh, I'm hot.
Yeah,
So, no, it doesn't work like that. You got to get out there and put that work in.
yeah. If you start off with that mentality, you're doomed.
A lot of them are doomed. That's why none of
Yeah.
them go nowhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. And something like, I don't know. Some things, sometimes you can't blame people for things getting in the way, but like,
Life's never going to stop happening, though.
exactly.
It's not. There's no excuse.
Wow, I couldn't have. That is a great way to put that.
Life is not going to stop happening. Like I said, there's people that don't have any legs. You ever be on Instagram and you see somebody don't got legs, but they're in the gym?
Yeah.
Flipping
Doing
big-ass
pull-ups and shit
tires?
or something like that. Yeah.
Like,
Most of my feet is Legos, so no, I'm not seeing
I
that.
see it all the time. And that's,
you
yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Like,
I know. And I sit there and I'm like, fuck, like,
You're
why am I
flipping-
not at the gym?
You're, okay?
Yeah.
You're flipping big-ass tires and you don't have any legs. What type of determination and self-belief do you have to do that type of shit?
A lot. Like you have, because it's one of those situations, it happens all the time in sports. I know I bring everything back to sports, especially when we're talking about music, but they are so similar in a sense where, like people get injured in sports and everybody's like, oh, they're never going to play again. And then the next thing you know, they're playing at the professional level a year and a half from that. And everybody's like, oh, well, they have the doctor. Well, no, yeah, they have the doctors, but that's not what's making the difference. It's because they work harder than anybody else. That's what got them there in the first place, and that's why they're going to stay there, right? So you just got to work.
Do you guys think some of that can sometimes come from like disillusionment? I don't know if that's the right word, but
people are delusional for one. People are delusional, but
not always in a bad way. You know what I mean?
I feel like people don't have faith in themselves. How can somebody that don't have faith in themselves, how can somebody that don't love themselves tell you anything? How can somebody tell you what you got inside you? You don't even know what you got inside you until you dig deep. So you can't tell me that I can't do it. I'm not capable of doing this or capable of doing that. So people hold themselves back. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I think in a lot of ways the toughest person to face sometimes is yourself.
It is.
Especially when you are avoiding being accountable. You know what I mean?
We're our worst enemy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a safety net. You know what I mean? People are scared in that sense. Not to move away from music a little bit, but we have to talk about Professional Grinder, the drink.
That's a fact. Professional Grinder drink.
So Professional Grinder energy drink.
That's a nice
I'm
shot.
displaying it right now. I'm about to crack it myself. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
I heard that you was hoping that I brought one of those.
Yeah, I was. I really was. And I have a lot of questions about it.
Okay.
So I mean, the name, anybody who's listened to the first, 20 whatever minutes of this podcast, the name, we don't need a name explanation, right? Hearing you talk, we understand Professional Grinder.
For itself.
Yeah. What energy? Why an energy drink? What made you, want to do that? Like, where did this idea come from, kind of?
For one, I'm really a visionary. I'm like, my sister be cracking up because they'll say that I'm a person that I'm always coming up with some get rich quick scheme because I'm just a person of ideas. Like,
yeah, you got
and
ideas.
It all can work if we really just grind for this. Like, honestly, like any of this shit could work. Whatever we decide we're going to do, we can do this. I get on all my people's nerves, my mom, my cousins, all of them. I get on their nerves because I sound like a coach to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sound like a coach to them. They're like, oh, okay. All right, Nubian. Yeah, no. No, but seriously, we should not be saying we're broke if we have something in here we can sell. If we have something in here we can sell, we cannot. Did you write a book? I told my mother had a book. She came out with the book when I was 15. Back then, the publishing company kind of screwed her over, didn't give her royalties or whatever, but she had at least 1,000 left in a box. My mom carried around this box until I was at least in my 30s. She came out with this book when I was 15. I'm like, Mom, you got to get out here and sell this. What you gave her the pep talk? My mother literally went out there and sold all of those books. Met so many people that connected with her. By the way, her book is From Within the Heart Speaks. She actually is about to re-release a revised version and another book called, Broken from the Cradle. Shout out to my mom. But the point that I'm making is that there's no excuse. You got to believe in yourself.
So it was just kind of one day you woke up and were like, we could sell an energy drink.
That was the question. I'm sorry.
No, that's
drifted
okay.
off. I got drifted off to something else.
No, I do the same thing.
I'll be all over the place when I be talking, but I'm bringing it right back.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I trust me. I'm the same way.
But the energy drink, actually, one day I was just thinking like, because one day actually I came up with the name Professional Grinder in a rap song.
Oh, yeah.
It was a rap song called I Got That Fire, which I think I'm going to re-release that too. But I said I'm a professional grinder in the song, so I'm like, damn, professional grinder. Okay, so then I started Professional Grinder Films, Professional Grinder Clothing. So this was in 2010. Now, 2016, I'm like, damn, I should get a drink. Because coffee, energy drinks, that's something that people that work hard need. So I'm going to do that. And I just kept saying it. I started researching companies and I kept calling, asking the same questions for years. Like, What's the price? This and that. I'm just asking them everything. Finally, like December 2019, I actually was going through a bad breakup, and I just started this collection job because my background is collections and sales. So I'm like, you know what? Went and got the graphics done. I promise you, I didn't even have my drink yet. Okay, I went and got the graphics done. I got a mock-up done, and I said, professional grinder energy drink dropping February 2020, and I dropped it. I was in this collection job. Shout out to everybody at my old job. I went in there. I didn't come to play. I got them bonus checks, and I was only there for a couple of months. And I came in there in the door just collecting thousands of dollars of money. Got some bonus checks. Got my energy drink, and before I got it in the stores, I ended up just selling in the street. I was walking up to people like, hey, how you doing? I got my own energy drink, you know, can you support, blah, 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 blah. Just, talking to them. I did some for free, giving, just I wanted people on the spot. I wanted to get footage of people tasting it and giving me their honest opinion. So that's where I really started the wave in the streets with that. Give me your honest opinion on camera.
I'm not kidding you. I like it. And I must say, there's a lot of energy drinks I don't like. I'm like very 50-50 on energy drinks, but it tastes good. It doesn't have that that energy drink taste.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't have the energy drink taste, and that's why it tastes good.
Come on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You were trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
the nasty aftertaste that Red Bull has, not the Man, listen.
No offense.
That's my competitor. Fuck Red Bull. I don't care.
I hate Red Bull, and I don't like Red Bull, and it's honestly not because I don't like to drink Red Bull. I never really drank a lot of Red Bull. It's because to me Red Bull tastes like Gold Four Locos.
Yeah.
And I don't like Gold Four Locos.
No, it does, but that's the thing. Like, I mean, Red Bull has like different flavors.
Yeah,
I do like the tangerine.
I like the flavors, like the yellow can and the lime, but I don't care. Professional grinder tastes better than it.
Yeah.
The original Red Bull, professional grinder tastes better than it. And honestly, that's what people tell me in the streets. I don't pay them to say that. I don't convince them to say that. They come out their mouth like right there on the camera. This tastes better than Red Bull.
And it's funny to me that you said, you have like, your family, friends, and stuff like that. They always say like you sound like a coach, like a coach talking to them. Because I had a hockey coach growing up that would text me every morning at 6:30 a.m. And he called him Rise and Grind text, and he would send me a motivational video or article every single morning, 6:30 on that. And
That's
they were
dope.
called Rise and Grind text.
That's dope.
And it says right on the can, Rise
and
and
grind to the occasion. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Rise and grind to the occasion.
So,
do you actually do motivational speaking?
I actually do. I mean, as far as online, I mean, people say I've always been a natural motivator. No matter who it is, I've always been a natural motivator. But some years ago, I ended up just started.
Oh, will you talk right in the?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Have I been on this the whole time?
But mostly.
Okay. My phone just died on live. Oh well, they got the snippet.
That's a teaser, baby.
Yeah, teaser. They like, oh, for real. They all in tone. I'm sorry.
No problem. You're also making the water, which I thought was a really good idea.
Alkaline water is coming soon.
And
people,
the
I do not drink enough water. I drink way too much of everything else. So I was like, okay, that's a good call.
If you need
Alkaline
somebody
water.
to test your caffeine levels for you, Andrew is the guy.
Oh, okay.
He consumes an insane amount of caffeine.
That's why I said I'm gonna try to just sip this because Wednesdays in particular I drink so much caffeine.
Right. So you're trying to even it out, the little sip of the water and that.
Yeah.
Feel you. But so I ended up dropping it, and I started getting in the streets talking to people, and then shout out to my people over there on Delavan in Texas, gas station right there, man. My people's like that was the first store that actually took professional grinder in there. The first store took a chance on it. Certain stores was like, I don't know if it's gonna sell. I'm like, it's gonna sell. But I got back out there. Here we go with my grills. I got back out there. Or whatever, and I just started touching the people, and then I got a cosign also from legendary rapper out the trio, the Locks. I don't know if you guys know who the Locks are. Jadakiss.
Yeah, I know Jadakiss.
Jadakiss,
Yeah.
Chic Luch, Styles P. Styles P actually shouted out Professional Grinder Energy Drink and Professional Grinder Clothing. I have DJ Thorough from This Is 50, 50 Cent's platform. He actually tasted my drink. He shot, he actually said it's better than Red Bull as well. And the streets is rocking with it. It's in 16 stores, Niagara Falls, Buffalo, Columbus, Ohio. Soon to be everywhere globally. That's what I'm striving for. I already claimed it, so.
That's
makes a great
awesome.
chaser. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sugar free. Makes a great chaser. No bad aftertaste.
Yeah.
No bad crash, which is important because energy drinks, you crash, you don't feel that, but it's going to work. Like you're going to be up though.
So was that part of the process behind it? Like, kind of, was there a lot of like research and stuff that went into like, okay, how do we perfect an energy drink that isn't gonna bring all like the shitty components of other energy drinks into a can?
Right. I had to link with different companies and taste it and test it. Just like with the water, I've been testing out different waters and checking the pH.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be alkaline. It has to be at least a 9, 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It makes it more pure.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
higher it is. If it's an 8 or a 9, it's at the purest.
It's very good for like, your body, like your digestive system too, when it has like alkaline water. I don't know the exact science, but I've been told to drink it before. Yeah.
And then like for instance a lot of these water is tap water. It's fucking tap water.
Well, these I got from the hose out back. I filled those all up, so if it tastes a little rusty, that's okay. That's part of it.
It's tap. No, it doesn't taste bad right now, but I'm just saying like Poland Spring, stuff like that. They be giving us tap water saying it's spring water.
That feels like a metaphor for everything.
Yeah.
Right. Like, man, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna strive to have the best products, period. I don't have no investors. I don't have no family. Come from a family that's wealthy, that's helping me. I'm doing this straight out the mud. Just by myself. So
With the motivational stuff, I mean, it feels like talking to you right now, you're in a pretty good place with that stuff.
mm-hmm.
But has there been times before when you've been down on yourself and it's made it difficult to motivate other people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I get up and I start doing the motivational videos, I look at it as I'm talking to myself. That's how I look at it. Like I'll come on there and be like, grand rising to the grinders. I tell them that, but I'm saying all this stuff to myself, and that's where accountability comes back in because I'm like, no, you gotta walk it and talk it, practice what you preach. That's why I come down to myself for that. So it's not easy all the time. I do have my days where I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't feel like being seen. Leave me alone. I have those moments, but when I'm in those moments, I'm never in those moments for long because it's like once you know the truth about something, it's hard to revert back. I mean, it's easy to revert back if you let yourself, but it's not a person that's accountable. It's hard to revert back when you're like, you already know what it is. You already know this is part of the journey. This is the testimony. You got this. I have to pump myself up, just like I pump myself up when I write my music.
Yeah, it helps when you have a specific goal, I think, because we all feel that way, but sometimes it's like, but I have to do these things.
Right.
Like they have to get done, and we all know nobody's gonna do them for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest part of it.
But
So
that's the thing about the thing. Nobody's gonna do it for us.
yeah,
And nobody's gonna come in to save us.
yeah. It's like sometimes it's like, okay, take a break, but if a break is taken here, then the things that need to get done are not getting done.
And time is not waiting on us.
Exactly, and
We only got we got 2 more months.
Yeah, till the end of the year. November.
We got 2 more months in this year. I'm like, wow. Like, it was just January. It was just 10 years ago to me. 10 years passed me by like it's crazy.
And it goes by even faster.
What you thinking
when-
about?
Yeah.
You thinking about how the years went by?
Yeah. Andrew's like, I don't even actually know how old I am. Yeah.
I'm starting to not be too like I'm starting to not really worry about that too much.
What, your age?
Like how old? Like Nicole Byer, comedian Nicole Byer. You guys ever hear her?
Maybe I gotta see a picture.
She
She
does.
blonde?
You ever see that show Nailed It on Netflix? It's a
No,
baking
this is-
show.
I
I
know.
know you don't
Yeah.
watch.
This is where,
you
this is
don't
where it comes
yeah.
in at.
Yeah,
I don't
I
watch
know what
TV,
you're talking about.
and I find out about shit late. But thank you for putting me on.
Yeah.
What's the card again?
It's called Nailed It.
It's a funny ass
Nailed
show.
it. Now I
Yeah.
gotta go. Now I gotta go nail it. My ass on the
Yeah.
couch and watch this.
But she hosts that, and she like does not. She just like stopped counting how old she is. And I was like,
Oh shit.
I don't mind that. Cause
What
it's
happens if
true.
somebody asks? What happens if you need to know?
She's
though?
like, I don't know. It's probably somewhere on
I don't
documents.
know.
You know what I mean?
well, your
But, like-
birthday, yeah.
But like,
Can't forget that.
you know,
Right.
if you're, I don't know. I mean, if you're at her level, like, I'm sure your agent has it written down on some.
I mean,
form
you
or
gotta
something,
know when you
what
was
I mean?
born, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's been
that's
celebrating
fair.
her 35th birthday.
I
For
guess
20
that's
years. It's one of those
Right, something like
scenarios.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that time goes by so fast. I think it's just one of those things that just is. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just,
That's why we
yeah.
have to be grateful for every day. That's why we gotta get shit done. There's no time for laziness. There's no time for slacking.
No.
We have to get to it.
And it's calling you. It's coaxing.
It's okay.
It's coaxing
Right.
you in, you
I'm
know
like,
what
okay,
I mean?
I'm ready to get. Can I get here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for these millions. But one of my affirmations on my board is every day, I'm a billionaire. That's what I tell myself. I'm a billionaire. I have so many different other ideas I haven't put to the forefront yet because this is the priority right now. You know, so I'm like, I gotta put that because I'm all over the place. So I'm like, I gotta focus on building this professional grinder brand because I got some shit here.
Mm-hmm.
The people rocking with it, the people connecting with it. You know, it's something for people to connect to because no matter what you do, whatever your occupation is, are you professionally grinding?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. The second I saw that, like, this was your brand name on Instagram, I was like, got it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Completely understand.
Right. You guys are grinders. Look at
trying.
like, shout out to y'all, man. Look
Mark
what y'all got
Zastro
going
with the
on.
logo.
2 in the cooler. Dope ass logo, dope environment, dope people. I just met you guys and I feel like I've known you guys forever.
That's why I
know?
love sitting in here and talking. It's, that's how it happens, people. When
Yeah.
we first started this, and it was the middle of a pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
and everything we were doing, we weren't even together doing it, right? We were on the other side of Zoom calls or whatever. We were
Mm-hmm.
using Discord, and so were the other people that were there. And shout out to all the people that stuck through it when they
Yeah.
would come on, and we'd have technical difficulties and
Man,
was a
started
tough
from the bottom, now we
conversation.
here.
I know.
Started
But,
from the bottom, now we here. Listen, you got to go through the struggles.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
is the thing. Like
You know?
now, I
Yeah.
don't think we like, and I'll say that I don't want to speak for Andrew here, but now that we get to sit in here and do this stuff, you don't take for granted like being able to sit in here and do this stuff. I don't ever want to go back to
Right.
Zoom calls and
Right.
stuff like that.
Not even for a second. And I
No.
feel like you'll probably relate to this, is that the struggle, I don't mind it because I know that no matter what happens, we're not going to stop doing what we're doing.
Right.
So,
So you already got the mindset. That's what it's about, the
Yeah.
mindset.
like, just keep
It's
just
just
keep
going to
going.
get bigger and bigger.
I think
It's
so.
gonna get-
I think
know
that's
so.
the plan.
No, you can't think so. You got to know so.
Yeah.
You got
I'm
to
just
affirm it.
I'm just trying to be modest for the
No,
cameras.
this not about being modest. No, fuck that. Talk your shit and just know and claim it. And who cares about what somebody else thinks about you being confident and you believing in yourself? How can somebody tell you about you believing in yourself and what you guys got going on here?
They don't know.
Fuck them. Like,
Yeah, but I
no,
kind of
really.
like that though. Like
Yeah.
I like
You know
that
why?
they don't know
oh,
because they're going to.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, I like that they don't know.
I like that they don't know because
I know.
because I
know.
They're
And
gonna-
when you see, yeah.
they're gonna turn around and
Because
we're
I
gonna
knew.
be there.
And
you know
but
what I
you
mean?
ain't know.
Yeah.
You ain't know that I knew.
Yeah.
But I knew.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's a T-shirt.
Yeah, that is a T-shirt. Yeah,
Period.
well, those are coming out soon. So I think we should, on brand, get into the Who Would Win of the Week, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This week's Who Would Win of the Week is,
Do you remember?
yeah, I'm gonna try to remember. I have this whole memory thing
You know
going on. Is Chester Cheeto,
I
right?
think it's Chester Cheetah.
Chester Cheetah from Cheetos.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll call it Chester Cheetah from Cheetos, and the other guy, Tony the Tiger. Yeah, from
Shout out
Frosted
to,
Flakes.
I love some Frosted Flakes.
Me too. And
But I
Andrew-
love Cheetos,
I was
too.
gonna say, I know Andrew. Cheetos are Andrew's go-to.
I'm a big Cheeto guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
But
that
he
right
hates
now.
Puffy or crunchy?
Crunchy.
Okay.
But he hates Cheeto fingers.
Yeah, because you got to lick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Andrew's a
You
very.
got to know you're going to get dirty when you eating some Cheetos.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is why I planned for it.
Yeah.
I have wet naps off to the side,
Yeah.
and I dig into my Cheetos because I know. Okay,
Yeah.
Get ready
Right.
to do this, but
Yeah.
as long as I've gotten an out at the end,
So
I'm in.
Right.
I have a few
But
obvious
crunchy,
things.
not puffs
Yeah.
for Cheetos.
I can eat either. If you put like any type of chip in front of me, I will eat so much of it. I love chips.
I'm really funny about chips. Like, I don't really like the Lay's original.
Like
I do.
yeah.
See, I agree. I don't eat original chips unless there's like some dip involved.
Dip, or if you had a barbecue with like some
Yeah.
a burger
okay.
or a hot dog,
Uh-huh.
maybe a sandwich.
I like to chips
if that's
on
the only
sandwich.
option.
Yeah.
True.
If
Yeah.
that's the only option, yeah, but
But the problem is that chips are not very good for you.
they're not.
And I could sit down and eat an entire bag of chips without even blinking. So I try to I limit myself. I don't buy chips anymore. Unless like we were at the Bills game this past week. So we were going, tailgating. I bought a bunch of bags of chips.
Just on some munchy stuff.
Then I had chips left over, so now they're back in my apartment. I'm sitting there before I came here today, eating half a bag of Doritos.
Just because
I
it's
didn't
right
even
there.
eat lunch yet. Yeah, I'm like,
right.
so I do try to limit myself on chips. But back to the hood one of the week. A few obvious things to point out right now. Chester Cheetah is a lot smaller than Tony the Tiger. I don't know his actual like parameters, but in commercials, specifically the Crunchy Cheetos commercials, he's very small.
I would say
He's
if
like,
I
feel
had
like
to
he's like this big.
no, he's bigger than that. If
This
I had to
big?
guess, I would say that Chester Cheeto is probably like
3 to 4 feet tall.
maybe like waist height,
So
whereas
we'll call
Tony the Tiger is like
Is
the size of a
se-
man.
He's like
He's like 6'4".
But you
yeah.
can't sleep. You can't
No.
sleep on Chester.
The-
Chester look like he gangster.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing. Chester is like a devious little fuck. Like he is. You know what? He's always like shooting Cheetos at people with rubber bands and shit like that. And like
Chester is, you know what? This is an interesting comparison between the two. Chester is like devil on the left shoulder, Tony's angel on the right. You know what I
You
mean?
think Tony's an angel?
Well, here's what I mean. Not an angel, but I'm talking about like when they are speaking to people, Chester is the one like, do it. And Tony is the one like, go for a run.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You heard of the story of David and Goliath?
Yeah.
You can't sleep on Chester because he's little.
Oh,
It'd be
no,
the
and
it'd be the little ones you gotta watch out for.
And I think that he's a cheetah. He's probably going to make up for it in speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that you want to know who I think of when I think of Tony the Tiger is Larry from SpongeBob. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. The lobster.
Yeah.
Larry the lobster. Like very strong. Everybody likes him. He's the cool guy. He's very level-headed, but he's not that smart. There's no offense to Tony the Tiger. I feel like he lacks a little bit of intelligence.
Ah!
Whereas Chester
Oh
is,
man.
Chester, like I said, he's devious. He's
Yeah.
like I don't want to
You
call
said
him
he
like
lack
malicious,
intelligence?
but like he's. I
Chester,
think
Chester just wants to watch the world burn.
yeah,
a little bit.
a little bit.
I don't
And
know.
Tony's just lifting.
You know what, Tony?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who will win that fight.
Tony, I think the world is pretty black and white for Tony. Like he really isn't like let's say somebody doesn't exercise, he's like, why don't you? Like what? I exercise all
Oh,
the time.
Tony the Tiger's
You
a
know what
motivational speaker.
Maybe a little bit. I just
He's
think
like,
that he's like
He's like that guy in your local gym that's just like always wants to talk about how much protein.
right.
he's taking
Yeah,
and stuff
kind
like
of.
that.
Yo,
Whereas-
that's hilarious.
And I think you're right, Matthew. I think maybe he's not the brightest, but I think Chester can
He's just the
really.
strongest.
Yeah.
He's definitely the strongest, but Chester can really read people well. I think.
Yeah, Chester's the guy that's making fun of Tony, and Tony doesn't know he's being made fun of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is spot on.
Uh-huh.
That's funny as hell, yo.
And
Damn, y'all, why you gotta come at Tony like that?
listen,
Why Tony gotta be like?
This is
I have a lot of
unbiased.
respect for
Really?
Tony.
Unbiased.
I know.
Really? That's what
A
y'all
lot of
really-
respect
that's-
for
Only
him.
That's how y'all
facts.
really feel about Tony?
Based on
These are
everything
all
we know about, based on these
self-made,
30-second
yeah.
commercials that
Uh-huh.
we see of him.
And his picture on the box.
What
And
I
put it
can
in the
say
box.
is that Frosted Flakes don't taste the same as they
Yeah,
did
well,
in my childhood.
I don't. They probably because again, they probably got healthier. Unfortunately, well, good and bad.
Man,
for that. Like
I'm not hearing that shit.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I literally used to eat the cereal and say it right with Tony. They're great. I used to say the shit as I'm eating each. I remember as a kid doing that. And I had some cereal recently. I'm like, yo, this shit does not taste the same.
It's too healthy.
Yeah.
I don't
Trix
even think
used to
it's
be
even-
so good.
Uh-huh.
I don't even think it's healthy, like, because I didn't get a diet brand. This is the original
there's no
brand.
way.
Bring us back the original recipe. Like, who decided this? Like,
It's
who told you that you could
McDonald's
do
French
that?
fries, you know? They changed McDonald's French fries. And
Right. They took the lard out of Frosted
Yeah.
Flakes, and we want it back.
I know.
It is not great anymore. So for that, man, Chester got to handle his business.
And
Just
I
off that.
kind of agree. I think I'm going to take Chester in this fight. I think if Tony was able to get his hands on Chester, I think Chester would be in some trouble.
Yeah,
But I
definitely.
think Chester is going to be able to keep himself
That David
out of
and
harm's
Goliath.
way and
You know?
and then strike when he needs
He's
to.
definitely gonna
when
strike.
Tony's not ready for it. And I'm taking Chester as well.
Yeah, that's a good call. Chester will definitely wait for his moment. He's not in a rush. He's a cheetah,
Right.
but he's patient.
That's what they do. They stalk their prey.
Yeah. I mean, tigers do that as well, but I don't think Tony is one
Tony
of those
does it.
tigers.
No, Tony's a
not one of those
vegetarian
tigers.
tiger. Yeah.
That's probably true.
Trying to make
Yeah.
us eat that vegan Frosted Flakes.
He's
Nah.
keto.
Exactly. Yeah, he is keto.
So that's 3 for Chester. That's Chester all
So
around.
Chester's winning this fight. Vote on that on Friday on our Instagram.
Yep.
Chester versus Tony, the battle of the Orange Cats.
Oh,
Yeah, let us know
Battle
what
of
you
the
think.
Orange Cats.
As we get away from the Hoodwin of the Week, there was a question that I thought of earlier, and then it's kind of going to send me off on a rant.
It's okay. You can rant. I rant all the time.
So you moved around a lot. When did you end up coming back to Buffalo?
We came back to Buffalo when I was 17, right before I turned 18.
Okay.
I came back my senior year of high school because I graduated in 2003.
Okay. So one thing I have to bring up that has really nothing to do with that question, but I was hoping that you were going to be on board with it when I say it, is the Buffalo Bills. Because I like to mention them every episode, especially now. It's
Shout out to the
football season.
Buffalo Bills, man. 716. We repping our city.
Seriously.
We're a
and,
patriotic city.
and they have a huge game coming up this Sunday.
Okay.
AFC Championship rematch from last year. The Chiefs versus the Bills in Arrowhead in Kansas City. Mahomes versus Allen.
I used to live in Kansas City.
It's going to be intense. And holy shit, I love the Buffalo Bills. I got my
Man,
Bills
shout out
hoodie
to
on
the
today.
Buffalo Bills, man.
That was my only rant. I just wanted
Shout
to
out to
express my
the
excitement.
man. Listen, Bills Mafia.
I feel like they're a big part of people starting to recognize the city more because
Our culture.
Yep, because I mean, yeah, it's very unique people in this city. Like as far as loyalty, just everything. You know what I mean? Like
we're a patriotic city.
exactly, patriotic city. Big part of that is like the Buffalo Bills, and that's been highlighted so much. Just the fact that like even a couple years ago, I think when it started and the Bills were still really bad, like people still going crazy about them, and then other people on the internet seem to be like, "Oh man, people in Buffalo are crazy passionate about like their city and stuff." Even though everybody thinks the city sucks, that doesn't live here. But now
But
that's
people
starting to
come
change.
here for college. People come here to shoot movies.
Yeah.
Stop it. Canada's right there. This is a tourist town as well. So
I know. I mean, we grew up in Niagara Falls, so we used to.
shout out to Niagara Falls. I got a lot of
supporters.
supporters in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And my drink is in 4 stores in Niagara Falls. Mario's, RTR, Ray Mart, and what's the other one? Mario's, RTR, Ray Mart, and Smoke Break.
When you like, I mean, this is going back to the drink, I guess. But when you had like pitched that stuff to stores, any nervousness at all?
No.
Yeah,
I told you my background is collections and sales.
Yeah, right.
I apply that to the streets. I apply it in everything I do. So what I did was I told you I was taping people on my phone. And I started gathering that. And I basically was just using each store I was already in as leverage. And I was like, I come right in there, ask for the owner. Listen, my name is Nubian. I'm a well-known musician, entrepreneur. I have my own energy drink. Give them boom, boom, boom. Within 5 minutes, give them the whole rundown. Let them know I have sugar-free. This is the price for it. 12-ounce cans. Tastes good. People say it tastes better than Red Bull. You can look at these videos. You can see what the streets are saying and take a chance. And then a lot of them, I had them sold within like 5 minutes. And they was like, all right. And they'll get a couple of cases. And then like I'll hang around the store and help them sell the cases by just me talking to people, having the people come in there and buy it. So they have to buy more cases off me because now the cases you just bought from me,
it's
they're
already
gone.
gone.
You're seeing. I just wanted to prove to them that people are going to buy them. So that's how I did that.
And it's a great way to do it. I know I've seen those videos looking through your Instagram, right? Videos of different people trying the drinks all over, all local people. And I think it comes back again to what you guys were both saying about the city of Buffalo and Group Niagara, Western New York in general, right? There's a lot of loyalty that goes on between different people that are from this area. And it's why it's such a great area to live.
Yeah, definitely. I love my city, though. 716 all day. I rep it. I've been repping it for years. I have a lot of support in the town, you know. And if they haven't met me, they definitely heard of me. Or you're going to get to know me. That's just what it is, you know.
And that's the way. So, Andy, I don't know what else you have.
No, I mean, I'm not too much, really.
But
Facebook went down. That was weird. I was thinking about this, though, as far as, like, so Mark Zuckerberg losing, like, $7 billion or whatever. Eight.
Yeah.
I know. I was on my phone, and I was leaving New York City. I'm like, why the fuck?
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook, you know. Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah, all that.
Which I also go to school for social media marketing. I'm almost done. I'll be done in December.
No, congratulations.
It's a huge degree. Everybody should be going to school for that.
And
engineering. Those are the only two jobs
shout
in the
out
future.
to shawacademy.com.
There's a lot of... Go ahead. No, you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm not going to forget my thought.
Like opportunity. I see it all the time. Like social media personnel and stuff it's exploding. You know, from from professional grinders, from us, like from your music, all that stuff, all these, you know, like our brands that we're trying to build to brands that are already huge, and they're just trying to pump out as
every
much
company
content
knows
as
that they
possible.
need it, but none of them know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I even started going. And shawacademy.com is actually an online school out of Ireland, but they have like different places, but you don't pay tuition. You don't pay tuition. You pay for a membership.
And then you take the classes online, like
take
at
the
your
classes
own.
online, like you were doing an online school.
Yeah.
But there's no tuition, no prerequisite classes, and all the other shit you gotta go through when you go to college. It's straight to the point. Whether it's engineering, whether it's marketing, whether it's graphic design, whether it's yoga, whether it's they have so much stuff on that site.
It teaches you the stuff that you need to know, not the other bullshit that you spend money on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's straight to the point.
Oh.
They got teachers. They really it's a dope school. So I've been going there. I got a couple of certificates from them. I'm almost done with the advanced social media marketing, digital marketing, all that.
What were you gonna say about the $8 million though, Andy?
Oh, just like, you know, obviously nobody really feels bad for him because he lost that money and he's got so much of it. But is there any situation? I think the only situation maybe where Mark Zuckerberg is a unique person because he kind of I'm all over the place. He changed the world.
He changed the world with Facebook. Facebook's the #1 social media platform in the world.
Did
you ever see the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the movie. We loved that.
That shit was great. Like the chain reaction.
I mean, like the younger generation of people are very powerful now because of it, right? Like you can get your word across, you can get your points across very, very quick, and that's kind of how it all started, right?
Right.
You took a group of super smart people, pretty much, when he created this, and put it all out to them and gave them a platform to say whatever they want, and it just took off.
And at first it started with you had to be in college.
Yeah, it was only college students.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why. That's what I mean when I say, you know, like that generation, that age range of people throughout time is, you know, they are very powerful.
Right. But that shit was crazy when it closed down, when it shut down the other day. People are saying, from what I've seen online, is that there's a whistleblower in his company that snitched on him.
Yeah, there was on Sunday, day before the outage, this interview aired on 60 Minutes that was talking to this woman who was a former Facebook employee, and she was like the whistleblower. The thing that I kept seeing was like she said that Facebook cared about money more than the interests of the people, and I was like, how is that whistleblowing? Because that's of course they do.
Yeah. So they just be that's why you can't read and believe everything you read and hear, because they'll switch some title just to get you to tune in to their publication or their site or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
So that's not really considered telling on her because she said that.
I mean, everybody's referring to her as a whistleblower. The interview is 13 minutes long, and I have not watched it.
He's like,
I was
okay,
about to.
So I don't have more details yet.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Stay tuned for that. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you.
But I mean, the fact that Facebook cares about money more than anything else seems like a very obvious fact to me.
Yeah, because when you think about it, well, what I've learned in social media marketing is that when we post stuff, like sometimes things organically go viral. Sometimes that happens, right? But they got it to where, like, say you got 500 friends or 5,000 friends, whatever the case may be. You're not going to see all of your friends in your newsfeed. Yeah. You have to pay for those ads for them to get in front of people.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's definitely about money.
Yeah. What's that Netflix documentary called?
Social Dilemma?
The Social Dilemma. Have you ever watched that?
No.
Oh,
listen, I'm going to make a list of stuff I got to watch from you guys.
That is one that you should put top of the list. It's like an hour, 30-minute documentary.
I'm going to have you guys write down a list of shit for me to watch.
It's all about that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, before we get out of here, we got to have you one more time. Tell everybody, what's going on music-wise, where they can find your music, where they can follow you on Instagram, where they can follow Professional Grinder, all that stuff. Shout yourself out. Let everybody know that's listening where they can find you.
Well, for one, go download my R&B album, The Naked Truth, on all streaming platforms. Go to my YouTube channel, Nubian 7. It's the actual number 7. ONE and then the number 6. So Nubian 716 with the word 1 spelled out. Go check out my videos. I have a lot of dope videos, a lot of dope videography. I actually edited a lot of my videos as well. So I got a lot of new singles. My Savage video actually did over 40,000 views so far on YouTube.
Nice.
Thank you. And I already claimed that's gonna go number 1 in the country. Savage.
That was a good choice for the single. I was thinking that when I was listening to the album, I was like, it's a very dynamic song.
It's different.
Yeah.
It hit different. Shout out to Max Dollars, the producer that made that beat. Shout out to my main producer, Anthem on the track, Hugh Kelly. Shout out to my cousin Ty Pesos, my people's VDOT. All my peoples, man. Goldie Gabino. All my different people. Shout out to them. Shout out to my mother. Go to my website, professionalgrinder.online. Not .com, .online. You can get the energy drink. You can get my album. You can get my clothes. I got a bunch of dope clothes for the people. I also make medical scrubs. Professional Grinder scrub sets. Yeah.
Really?
I've made stuff for the cats and dogs as well. I got pictures of cats and dogs wearing Professional Grinder on my.
Let me tell you something. Everybody out there. If you are thinking of it, Nubian's already thought of it 3 times over, and she's already figured out how to put it together.
I promise you.
Seriously.
I promise you.
Man, thanks for being here. This is, I'm so glad we got to talk to you. This is
man,
sick.
I appreciate it, man. Like, I appreciate you guys bringing me on your platform.
Oh, it was awesome.
Where that award at? Where's the award at?
Oh, it's right here. It's in front. It's in front.
Okay, it's in the front of the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Album of the Year at the All-Star Music Awards. Shout out to DJ Exotic Mommy. That's her event. Shout out to my supporters, because if it wasn't for you voting for me, I probably wouldn't have got that, because it's not a bias. It wasn't a biased event. This was based off of full votes. Shout out to my fans. Shout out to all my peoples. Man, shout out to my family. Shout out to you guys, man.
And congratulations to you for winning it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's dope environment, too, in the cooler. Now y'all got Professional Grinder in the cooler.
Yes, we do.
You know what I mean?
Awesome. Thanks again.
Newbie!
I was waiting the whole show for that.
You was waiting for me to say, I should have led with the newbie.
Yeah.
But you never know when a newbie gonna come.
No,
it just come.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh, man.
I want to hear you guys do an impression of the newbie. Everybody do their little newbie impression. I need you guys to.
Go ahead, Matthew. I'm gonna do it so poorly.
Yeah, mine's gonna sound so bad. I can't even. I have to hear myself do it too, because I've got the headphones on.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be even worse. Oh man,
you got this.
Newbie,
come on.
Not bad, right?
You was almost there. You was almost there.
I should have gone first.
Yeah.
I should have gone first.
You was almost there.
Andy. Come on.
Newbie.
Oh, that's not bad.
He sound more like me though.
You have to hit the E.
Yeah.
You sound more like me.
Yeah. No,
come on.
I
love hearing everybody's newbie impression.
Oh yeah.
Newbie.
Well, Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
No
Awesome.
doubt.
It was awesome. It was awesome to talk to you. Thank you for the professional grinder.
Yep.
This
And I'm
shit
gonna
is
get you guys some
delicious.
professional grinder clothing as well.
If you guys can go out, find this, stores in Niagara Falls, stores in Buffalo,
the
stores in
website.
Ohio, or the website.
Professionalgrinder.online.
Check this shit out. We all know you need it because everybody's out there trying to get something done. Check it out. Be on the lookout for the water. Be on the lookout for all that other stuff. And just thank you again for coming on, and congratulations on Album of the Year.
Thank you. I want to shout out one more. Shout out to SUV Podcast. Shout out to my man Han Solo. You know, there's so many people that I love and connect with. I be forgetting people's names. You know, to include them in it. But shout out to everybody. I love y'all, man.
Andy,
Yep.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, Nubian. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Keep grinding.
Newbie!